One of cricket's biggest stars has been rushed to hospital following a fiery car crash. Indian wicketkeeper Rishabh Pant had to kick out the windscreen to escape his burning car after colliding with a lane divider.
Picture this, December 30th, 2022. It's 5:20 a.m. The two boys behind me, Rajat and Nishu, are on their way to work. They work in the sugar mill not too far away. And as they reach this crossing behind me, they see this car flying in this direction. It goes past the divider, hits the railing, breaks a couple of railings, and then gets overturned. So by instinct, they rush towards the car. They see there's someone inside, and he's still breathing. They pull the guy out from the window, and then they ask him who he is. And he looks at them and says, "I'm Rishabh Pant." Now, there are 1.4 billion people in India. It's safe to assume 1.2 billion of them are cricket fans. But what are the odds that the two guys who saved Rishabh Pant's life on that dramatic morning knew nothing about cricket? So as he tells them who he is, they look at him and go, "Rishabh who? We don't know who you are." So they call for the ambulance, accompany him to the hospital, make sure he's admitted, and then just like that, they report for work.
145 for India to win.
Only 22 months prior, Pant was the toast of India. He'd spearheaded one of the most dramatic Test series wins in history, breaching Australia's indomitable fortress in the Gabba and taking India home to an incredible win with the third-string team.
This is a magical moment.
He'd also won over Australia, if not become the most popular cricketer in the world.
Rishabh Pant, what a player he is.
But here he lay on the side of a highway, in the middle of nowhere, with his car up in flames right next to him. His life was in danger, and with fears that his cricket career was potentially over. As he was rushed to hospital, Rishabh's loved ones didn't know if he'd walk again. Forget him ever holding a cricket bat.
Down he comes, and he hits it well.
Jumps all over it.
Playing cricket is all that Rishabh Pant has ever wanted to do in life, though.
Rishabh Pant with the catch!
The cherubic and mischievous kid with the boyish charm who never quite grew up, except when it came to the cricket field. And that's how they all remember him in the leafy, sleepy agricultural township of Roorkee, on the banks of the Ganga Canal, where he hails from. Avtar Singh, who'd played cricket with Rishabh's late father Rajendra, was the first coach to identify the special talent in the boy. But it seemed pretty obvious to family and friends alike that he was made for bigger things. New Delhi is where the Rishabh Pant story would really take off. And weekly back and forth trips in crowded buses with his mother would soon eventuate in a permanent move to the nation's capital. The rise of Rishabh in Delhi was meteoric under the tutelage of the celebrated late coach Tarak Sinha and his trusted lieutenant Devendra Sharma.
It's like my brother.
Yeah.
It's when he came to Delhi, he stayed in my home.
He was in the playing 11. I was 12th man or 13th man, you can say. So that's how we met.
Alongside some very impressive performances, it was Rishabh's free spirit and ingenuity as a cricketer and a personality that would really capture the nation's imagination and catapult him into the Indian team. It's also these very characteristics, the earthy charm and the wholesome smile, that would define and shape brand Rishabh Pant.
World Cup है भाई लोग, दौड़ के जाओ, थोड़ा extra warm up हो जाएगा.
I don't think he's changed much, where his childlike nature is there, but obviously that maturity has grown immensely over time.
But just when he looked set to conquer the world, his own world nearly came crashing down, shrouding his future in doubt.
So I saw somewhere around 300 missed calls.
Oh, wow, right.
And I said, I think something bad has happened.
It was obviously very, very scary. The first thought was to obviously hope and pray that, he recovers and he's absolutely okay.
I'm crying, actually. I'm a very emotional person and attached to Rishabh.
Did you think he will play again?
Rishabh is a very fighter boy. Okay?
Yeah.
He's a very fighter.
The doctor said it will take at least 16 to 18 months for you to come back. So he said, please, -6 months from my side. I know my mentality of it. I will for sure do it. I still don't know how I'll do it, but I will make it possible. So when Rajat and Nishu came to meet us, they came on their own little scooters. And guess who gifted them these? So Rishabh Pant gave Rajat one and Nishu one as soon as he recovered. And he said, before anything else, I want to thank the two boys who saved my life. And now they get to ride these to work. And in less than 18 months after a life-altering crash, Rishabh Pant was back in India colours, completing one of the most remarkable comebacks in sporting history.